Hi, everybody. It is Friday, the 31st of March, April Fool's Day tomorrow. We'll see what kind of shenanigans get thrown out there. Gorgeous day. We've had rain yesterday, and apparently there's no rain in the foreseeable future, so everything can kind of soak it all up now and just start. Everything's blooming at this point. All the trees are starting to leaf out, and it's. I always love when things just get into that springtime thing because the colors are so vivid, and as they settle in as springtime and summer happen, they kind of calm down. But boy, that initial burst of colors, just something to behold. So, got lots to do today. Got another song to do. Got a whole pile of orders to take care of. I'm gonna hopefully go see Blue and pick up another print that was ordered, and I can get that in the mail. Lots of little things here. Still under the weather a bit, but getting better. Stopped hacking as much, but still have some chest congestion going on. But getting there. It's going to be fine. Musically today, I want to go back. I thought for sure I had done something with him, this artist, earlier, and I looked up and I'm not seeing it anywhere. I typed him in to my all of my videos, and it doesn't seem to be showing up. So if I did it before and it shows up, well, what the hell? He's worth a revisit, and that's the incredible Andrew Gold. I loved working with Andrew so much. He was one of the most talented artists I've ever worked with, musicians and compatriots and all this madness. I'll read you a little bio here, but his bio is incredibly long, so I suggest if you really want to see what Andrew was about, just go ahead and pull him up on Wikipedia, because it's an amazing career. But a real quick synopsis here. Andrew Maurice Gold was an American multi-instrumentalist, singer-songwriter, and record producer who influenced much of the Los Angeles-dominated pop soft rock sound of the 70s. Gold played on scores of records by other artists, most notably Linda Ronstadt, and had his own success with U.S. Top 40 hits Lonely Boy and Thank You for Being a Friend, as well as the UK Top 5 hit Never Let Her Slip Away. In the 80s, he had further international chart success as one half of Wax, a collaboration with 10cc's Graham Gouldman. During the 90s, Gold produced, composed, and performed and wrote tracks for films, commercials, television soundtracks, such as Final Frontier, the theme of the sitcom Mad About You. Some of his older works later experienced newfound popularity. Thank You for Being a Friend was sung by another performer who was actually Cindy Fee, and I played on this, and it was the opening theme song to the Golden Girls TV show. And then he did children's shows and all kinds of stuff. But it was interesting. He was born August 2nd, 1951 in Burbank, California, and eventually followed his parents into show business. His mom was deep. His mother was Marnie Nixon, who provided the singing voice for numerous actresses, notably Natalie Wood in West Side Story, Deborah Kerr in The King and I, and Audrey Hepburn in My Fair Lady. His father, Ernest Gold, was an Austrian-born composer and won an Academy Award for his score to the movie Exodus. He also had two younger sisters. He began writing songs at the age of 13 while in school in the United Kingdom for 1 year. The 16-year-old Gold scored his first record contract on the strength of a selection of demos he submitted to Polydor Records' London office. The contract resulted in the single Of All the Little Girls, which was recorded with his friend and collaborator Charlie Villiers and released in '67 under the names Villiers and Gold. Then it goes into all this stuff about his career, which was just really a remarkable career. Then it gets into his personal life. Gold's first marriage was to Vanessa Gold, with whom they had three daughters, Emily, Victoria, and Olivia. In the early 80s, Gold was engaged to singer Nicolette Larson, who eventually married Russ Kunkel. This ended shortly after the completion of Larson's 1982 album All Dressed Up and No Place to Go, which Gold produced. He later married Leslie Kogan, who manages his musical legacy. Although Gold put personal preferences into the lyrics of Lonely Boy, including his year of birth, he said in an interview with author Spencer Lee that the song was not autobiographical. Maybe it was a mistake to do that, but I simply put in details because they were convenient. I hadn't been a lonely boy at all. I had a very happy childhood. He was diagnosed with kidney cancer and responded well to treatment. However, on June 3rd, 2011, he died in his sleep from heart failure at the age of 59 in Los Angeles. Now, I had just finished working with him just before he passed away. And the pictures I have in my book of Andrew were taken at the session we did just before he passed away. It's just unbelievably tragic. But we did this album, What's Wrong with This Picture, in 1976. And on the tracks that I did, the assortment of players is wonderful. It's myself, Russ Kunkel on drums, Andrew on piano, Don Menza on flute, Brock Walsh on background vocals, and Andrew singing on one of the songs. On the other, it's myself, Russ Kunkel, Andrew playing guitar along with Danny Korchmar, Brock Walsh, Kenny Edwards, Peter Asher, and Val Garay doing background vocals, and Andrew singing. Then on the third song I'm going to play, I believe, is myself and Russ Kunkel on drums, Cooch on guitar, Andrew on piano and organ, Don Menza on sax, Andrew also doing percussion, along with Tessie Cohen, with background vocals by Kenny Edwards and vocals by Andrew. It was produced by Peter Asher, arranged by David Campbell, and the concert mastered was Charles Veal Jr., engineered by Val Garay, and second engineers were Dennis Kirk and the great Greg Ladani, and mastered by Doug Sachs. So I'm going to go ahead and play a couple of songs from this album. And but Andrew was one of those guys. He was like so into the Beatles. Like he would just, when he would craft solos on his stuff, I mean, you would think he was in the Beatles when he did it. He was an amazing gifted musician. And then plus I had the joy of working with him when he was in the group Brindle, with Carla Bonoff and Kenny Edwards and Wendy Waldman. So that our connection, especially through the 70s into the 80s, was really pretty intense and deep. And he was treasured by everybody in the LA music community. He was one special cat. So here's a song called A Passing Thing. And let's take a listen.
Slowly sailing leaves, the children of the trees, evicted by the wind, and can't return again. Young girl by a stream has lost her younger dreams. Her childhood will end and won't return again, 'cause it's only a passing thing. It's only what time will bring, though we are together thrown, we're all alone, we can't go home. And you only have a heart to see that only love can guide you. I am just a man, following my heart, following a flame that never stays the same. it's only what time will bring. Though we are together thrown, we're all alone. We can't go on. And you only have a heart to see that only love can guide you. Yes, it's only a passing thing. It's only what time can bring. Though we are together thrown, we're all alone. We can't go on.
And that was Frankenstein on all of the tracks with Andrew at that time. Frankenstein was on all the tracks I did at that time. Here's a song called Must Be Crazy. Must be crazy, must be crazy. Here we go.
Baby, I must be crazy to treat you like I do. Desert you, and I hurt you. And no one in the world can tell you that it ain't true. But baby, you're crazy to love me like you do. My side, you're always by. I'm talking about you. Must be crazy too. Crazy too. I was down on the ground. Nothing but a mean attitude. I'm lazy, but you have saved me. Yeah, I gave you the test, but you're giving me the best that you can. Well, but baby, you're crazy to love me like you do. My side, you're always by. I'm talking about you. Must be crazy too. You're crazy too. Nothing's gonna hide the love I feel inside of my heart. In my heart, I'm just a foolish boy. My love won't be destroyed. Thank you, girl, for loving me. I'm crazy. Baby, I must be crazy
Oh, you are crazy.
to treat you like I do. You know I desert you. Yes, and I hurt you. Yeah.
He's great. Well, he was just really a wonderful cat. It was so hard to believe after battling cancer and coming back when we heard that he had passed. And then the hard part was going to his funeral memorial service. And his mom was still alive at that point, and she sang a song that she said was one of his favorites when he was a little boy. And the audience was just completely wrecked. We were all in tears through it. It was so hard to imagine what she was having to deal with, bearing her son like this, like Jesus, it was so hard. But boy, he left a hell of a legacy. I loved every chance I had to work with him. So here's Doo-Wah Diddy. This will be the last one here, quickie. Go to. Yeah.
There she was, just a walking down the street, singing, snapping her fingers and shuffling her feet, singing. She looked good, she looked fine, she looked good, she looked fine, and I nearly lost my mind before I knew what she was walking next to me, singing. Holding my hand just as natural as can be, singing. Walked on to my door. She walked on to my door, and we kissed a little more. Whoa, whoa, I knew we was falling in love.
Yeah.
Yes, I did. So I told her all the things I've been dreaming of. And we're together nearly every single day, singing. We're so happy, and that's how it's gonna stay, singing. Well, I'm hers, she's mine. I'm hers, she's mine. Wedding bells are gonna chime.
Yeah.
Singing do-a-diddy-diddy-dum diddy-do. Do-a-diddy-diddy-dum diddy-do. Do-a-diddy-diddy-dum diddy-do. Do-a-diddy-diddy-dum diddy-do.
Andrew Gold, who I left one hell of a big footprint on the LA music scene, that's for sure, and sorely missed. But loved hanging with him. He was just a total character. I mean, a unique character. So that's the music for today. I think that's enough. I'm going to get to work on this other chart and try to lay down some bass for somebody, send that off, and then get over see Blue and then fill my orders. And then this afternoon, I'm going to get back into running Lyle stuff. I just talked to Denny Tedesco on the phone, and there might be another film festival I'm doing. Orlando, Florida with Denny, and then San Rafael, California, the film festivals in both those places, and now another one's come up. And so I'm looking forward to that. It's really fun going and doing the Q&A afterwards and hanging with the audience after they've seen the film. And I can't wait for this to get sold so we can get it out to everybody and just say, check it out. Here's the link, or here's where it's going to be, and then you can see it. It must be getting a little nauseating hearing me talk about this all the time without the ability to present it. But it's pretty exciting. So I am not going to talk anymore today. I'm trying to give my chest a chance to recuperate here, but definitely better than yesterday. So it may not sound like it to you, but I can tell. So take good care. And I've taken COVID tests. I got all kinds of them, and totally clean there. This is just strictly an upper chest congestion. I never get sick, so it's weird when something happens like this. But as long as I can get it all done before and be well before I have to hit the road, then I'm good. I can deal with being at home. So I will talk to you later. I'll see you tomorrow, April 1st here. Maybe I'll do something silly like maybe shave for April Fools. We'll see.